Mm-hmm. 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 Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Oh, hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job.
Welcome back, to Nando's Tequila. I'm on episode 16, I think, bro. I told you I was gonna forget, bro. Please, goddamn, muchas drogas. ¿Qué les puedo decir? But today we got a whole coming up DJ shit, cause she's gonna come up. No, you feel me? So we got Alexia. What's up? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi guys.
Where you from? Para empezar, para que sepan la gente.
So I'm de la Ciudad de México del DF.
Chilanga.
Yes.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, but I was kind of raised in Charlotte.
Same. I feel you on that. Yo soy de Ciudad Juárez, and I'm raised pretty much in COT. Queen City, babe.
It's getting big.
¿Cuántos años tienes?
So I just turned 24 at least 2 weeks ago. You know, one step closer to 25, and that insurance being lower. You know?
Yo, I actually never thought about that. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm excited to be 25.
Yo, facts, bro. Because to be honest, I'm 25, and I'm like, damn, it's just 5 years to 30. I'm like, Jesus.
Stop, my sister.
Exactly. Do you feel me that?
My sister's like un añito más, I think, next year, and then she's 30, bro, and she's like, but sometimes it's not so bad. You're about to go into, you know, your esta soy yo, and I love who it's me, and kind of like that. So that's also something to be excited about.
I feel you on that.
You know, me van a salir las caritas.
I feel you on that, bro. Shit, como nos van a pegar los años, nos van a pegar estos shots. Salud. Cheers. Everybody at home, you already know. Take a shot. There's some tequila wherever you like drinking. Salud. Let's see if you like añejo, because a lot of people don't like añejo. It's a little bit rougher on the throat.
For real, I love añejo. I prefer that over the blanco. It's really nice.
I prefer reposado over all the three.
How come?
I don't know. I feel like it's in the middle of between both of them. Like, hay muchos reposados that I've tasted that they're not too fucking rough, where you're like, you feel me?
You feel that shit in your spine.
No, you throw that like some are like so strong, you're like, oh, like, no, you feel me? Want to throw it right back out, and it's not too like bland where it's dangerous, where it's like you don't taste the alcohol, the liquor, and like you just
drink it like juice.
And end up like in less than 5 minutes asleep. No, you feel me?
2 shots of vodka vine.
Yeah, so reposado, I feel like como like I take a shot, I'll feel it, it'll make me like, me quita las ganas del shot, pero no me deja ganas until like
having it.
And yeah, until like an hour, like, because of that taste, I'm just like, like, I don't want to taste it so soon again. You feel me? Yeah. So, like, I'm going to just wait more time.
You know, like, tequila, apparently, también vi algo on TikTok que it's, like, supposed to be, like, sipped on. You know, you get a cold glass and, you know, you sip it and, like, but that's, like, really, really good tequila. You know, like, sometimes it be, like, expensive.
Yeah.
But, like,
expensive as fuck.
Liquor. This liquor.
To be honest, because god damn, that shit hit me, or is a White Claw. No spam, no me ven a monetizar. Pero getting right into the subject, shit, what do you like music to you? What has it become? Because I know you started like DJing, pero like I know it has back then. It was like a certain point, and then going into like the actual like elaboration of it, the beats, the rhymes, the like all of that. It doesn't change your perspective of it, or you still have the same.
So I still have the same love for it as just listening to it and not like DJing. Like back then, just going to shows, I was just sit there and I was like, yo, I love how this person is making me feel on the dance floor. So I want to basically like replicate the same way. Like I want to do that for, you know, whoever wants to get into whatever genre they like of house music. So I'm trying to tackle all those genres too, but really also find like my sound in that. what is it called? Before I actually got into like EDM in general, I was like an indie windy girl. I grew up with like the reggaeton from back then because my sister and my brother used to play it, the rock en español, like the pop en español.
Yeah.
Low key, I'm obsessed with that. So I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to
Like
find like
incorporate it?
incorporate it into what is it called, into my music eventually once I get like into the software and how to like get samples and everything like that. So that's something I'm excited about. I want to include like a lot of like Latin stuff, like represent, you know, my brown people, you know, wherever
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
from, like cumbias. There's this artist, her name is like Rosa Pistola, and she's incorporated
Pistola. I'm gonna look
cumbia
that one.
sonideras into her sets, and there's like a lot in
'Cause-
Mexico City.
Because I know De Oro, like that's one that Aiden put me on. De Oro, I always like De Oro, but like Rosa Pistola.
Yeah, Rosa Pistola. There's
I'ma
a
look
lot
her up,
of
let me see.
there's a lot of more like artists too, depending on like the genre. Because sometimes you have your boots and cats, and sometimes you have your like your disco, and sometimes you have like your slappy. I call it slappy house, like you know when you bounce a basketball like that
Yeah.
kind of noise, that kind of beat, or that kind of rhythm.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. House music is like
The-
something to the soul. También el techno. But I don't know, it's just something they like house and how it started and kind of like the little background of it. That's just like wow, like
Okay, so since you say like, cause you pretty much saying like it connects with you emotionally, like it puts you in a like a nice state of mood. You know, you feel me? So, does that help you out to tell like the difference between like the whole type of? Cause para alguien que no sabe, almost every song sounds about the
The
same
same,
beats,
right?
about the same. No, you feel me? Pero para alguien que like sabe o like que siente más la música, like they know that, oh no, this is house. Like they'd be like, oh, this is this type of house, and or they'd be like, this is a headbanger type of music, or this
Music,
is like techno. No, you feel me? Like, does that help you out, like to feel the different type of music, or?
yeah, because there's a lot of, how do you say, like styles just in general. Que a veces
lot.
you be like, okay, so it's mainly like from what I learned, because me and like, you know, Alfredo have done this like since last December. And we first started out, you know, sounding like shit. I will tell you that. Y aquí que casi ya llega un añito, we've been like, whoa, like you can do that? Like, you know, like mix it in well. Sometimes it's just finding, what is it? Something crazy. Like the other day I mixed something with Nina Sky. And I was like, okay, like I didn't know this could be possible because sometimes you add the vocal, sometimes you add like the beat, like the, what you call it, like the background beat, and sometimes there's like certain like mids.
Nina the Sky, that's like she's another type of like EDM
No, like
type
Nina
of DJ.
Sky, like reggaeton,
Or
like move.
Oh,
your
okay,
body,
okay.
girl.
That's dope. So like you got like, you pretty much saying that you got like your first samples out of like just little
Like,
clips
it's,
and bits they put into like other music.
That, but there's like this program called like Beatport, right? So there we're able to kind of like download, like we pay the little thing, right? But we're able to get like certain like songs and add it into a playlist and add it like into the what you call it, the mixer. So I could go from like this kind of like disco, right? And Alfredo can match it into like a little, like, you know, kind of same rhythm, but it could be like a little just different like vibe of where your body goes. Like I have that shit in the car. I could bring it out, you know.
That's what I was about to tell you. Like to get like inspiration out of like something for that. Like, is it that you like sit there and think about it? No, you feel me? Because yeah, some artists. Let's go into like writing. Some artists have to sit there and write out their songs and things like that. And some people be like driving, just see certain things. They be like, no, you feel me? Like I want to compose a song, or like, is it both for you?
So mine, so I go crazy on Spotify sometimes. I find a like song randomly, like que toca on a radio, right? I go into their radio, right? Listen to most of the shit, and you can kind of see where like the stuff is like alike a little bit in like
Yeah.
the groove,
Yeah.
like the genre. And it's just like different like styles. One could be more vocal, one could be like, you know, a little more like beat drop. And I just go crazy on there to where I always have music playing like constantly, like I limpiar in the car, you
Yo,
know, anything like
facts,
that.
bro.
I get like my nieces to be like hyped up playing house music, like I les pongo las luces and everything like that. So I always try to explore different like styles of like house music or even any kind of like genre in general. So I go crazy on there and I create a playlist like, okay, I would want to play this. Ooh, this one would sound really good con esta. Like if you were just like, you know, vibing and just basically it's like a really like smooth transition of how you can do it. Like how can you make it from here to the next song with either effects, you know, adding like a little bit of that, or just smoothly changing like the what you call it, the bass here and going like this way para esta, and you have that bass, but like not their sound, and then you eventually like switch it to where it's like, okay, we have their sound and like in their bass slowly to where you're turning like this one down a little bit. So it's like a whole
is because that's pretty much where the beat drop. No,
yeah,
you
the
feel
beat
me?
drop,
That's,
like or
that's where,
sometimes they
like,
go like
you know, you feel me? And like it goes into like a whole different like.
and it's crazy porque a veces it sounds like they change to a different song when they drop it, but sometimes it's like the same song, just the effects go crazy with it. I what is it called? También le enseñé like to Adán. I've been showing him just like out of what I learned, because me and Alfredo didn't get no textbook. We didn't look on YouTube. We were like, okay, we about to freeball this like real quick, you know. I was like, a ver qué pasa. And sometimes we be creating shit that we were like, yo, I didn't know we could do that. And sometimes we both be like, dang, this gotta be good. Like we gotta be good, right? But at the same time, you gotta realize it's like practice. You gotta take it slow. You gotta figure out que te gusta, yeah, or how it's gonna like go smoothly. And he like sometimes it's my other set of hands to where I'm like transitioning, moving like this, y él se mete, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna put my song down so then you could get yours in, and then same thing too. And it's like también it's like pointers and también para los dos, like hey, like this shit like sounded good, but I could have been like aquí, right? And then same thing for him, me dice aquí, you know, that could have been better, o esta canción no toca.
Yeah, so
like,
okay,
you know,
going into that whole partnership, like does it not like become a conflict? Because I know like if even like at work sometimes the way that two persons work can become a little bit like contradicting to one another, so like conflict becomes like, you never had like that problem where it's like I just don't like feel this beat. Do you feel me? But
no,
like,
I think so. Him and I have been friends for like a long time, right? So we've always shared like the same style, o casi de música. Like he showed me stuff that I didn't even know, and then I showed him stuff, like, you know. So it's been like an equal exchange to where like, okay, this is like the person that would understand me,
like you understand where he's coming from, and he understands
why I did this, and he would be like, okay, I'm gonna try this. But we're both very open to being like, los dos estamos en esto. So we, like, you know, I'm open to anything you gotta say, and he's open to whatever, you know, I gotta say. So it's like an equal, like, okay, that ain't hate.
Exchange.
Yeah, because we're both, you know, when you're, like, out there, you're, like, performing, you're doing this together. Like, like los dos son la cara para esto, you know, it's not like one's this or one's that. It's just like a mutual understanding that we both want to create, like, this vibe that's really, really good just to, like, express it también nosotros, but also to get people fucking like grooving to like dance.
Yeah, cause bro, the festivals, crazy, and it's dope. Cause like I seen videos with where they take like the video of like the crowd and like casi like I think on a drone and like that and it's dope. Cause like when the beats be dropping, the crowd starts moving differently. You know, you feel me? Sometimes like you see it like the whole crowd like moving like one way out of nowhere. The beat drops and like it becomes static, you feel me? They start jumping and shit when that, then probably moves the opposite way, and like, and it's dope to see that like they have to understand that, you feel me? Es como todo like, it's just like todo por fuera se ve like fairly like manufactured easy, you feel me? Because like you like, oh, that's cool, EDM music, you feel me? You hear, you're like, oh yeah, this is dope music. But like once you go into a festival, you understand people that they understand the whole rhythm, the beat and whatnot, and like they feel it more than hear it.
No, yeah, I see. What was it? There was a video like DJ Snake, and he was like moving the crowd like and they're like, okay, y'all understood the assignment, but sometimes everybody has like también like a little different style of vibing. Like, I've seen, like, también mis amigos, or when, like, you guys come out, like, con nosotros, it's, like, you all vibe in a different way, but it's so, like, beautiful the way everybody's enjoying it and just being, like, let loose. Because that's what EDM, kind of like the scene, my friends put me on. Because at first I started off like with what do you call it? Some like dubstep and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
I grew up with Skrillex.
That
you
dubstep
know,
was crazy back then.
That shit
ain't
kind
even
of
lie.
hit in like the club like world when that was what you call it, before it was like a Latin club.
Yeah.
It was like an EDM
Yeah,
club.
no, what it used to be called?
Oh.
It was
It was like before.
was it? Damn, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
no, I can't tell you. We would have to Google this
Yeah,
because
yeah.
so yo no sé. But yeah, before it was like when it was like just like world and first started off, it was like EDM shows, but it was either kind of like dance, like Afrojack and everything like that, or more like a little like bassy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte did start off with a lot more like headbangers and everything like that. I ain't gonna lie, like that shit, you work out, that
Bro,
shit be
like,
hit. Well, a veces,
yes.
like it be hitting like really, really nice.
Bro, like, yes, bro. And cause I be doing that whole, like, it's dope, cause, like, how you say, how you hop on radios, that's what I do when I'm working out, cause, like, it got to a point where I got bored of my own music. And so, I just started putting, like, playlists of everything and anything que, like, me sale una canción de Chalino Sánchez
And you're like,
on his radio, ¿no? You feel me? Like,
you're
y lo que me
okay.
sale una canción de, like techno or ADM on the goddamn radio, let me see that shit. Y lo una que de rock and shit, I'm like, fucking radio that shit, bro. You feel me?
I've been into soft music a lot lately. Like sometimes you take like I do take a little pause on like house music, and it's more like, you know, last week I went into like pop en español. It's like you remember like Shakira cuando estaba en los 2000, you know, Natalia, like all of them, like la what you call it, La Oreja de Van Gogh, everything like that too. And Inspector, you know, like all of like that stuff. I've been going through it lately. But then the week before that, I went through a whole like early Drake, early Nicki Minaj phase kind of thing like that, like into rapper like Kendrick Lamar and everything like that too. And all of that takes inspiration también into what I want to make. I want to make like a whole Nicki Minaj like house music. There, like en español hay una canción by Gloria Trevi that goes like Todos Me Miran, that I want to remix so bad. That's like my like bad bitch song. Like, you know, it's like my señora song at this point. But it was like, y todos me
yeah, I be using that song to clean sometimes.
Yeah, you be like, damn, okay, todos están mirando, okay.
I get you,
nah.
I get
But
you.
it's just like such like a boost of confidence, and then the beat's already kind of like there too, where you can make it like boots and gets and boots and gets. Because a lot of house music
I
you
see
can feel
what
it
you
like
mean.
that too. Yeah,
I see what you mean. Oh, so like sometimes you do go for like songs. Well, probably now, because I know that like a more experienced DJs grab a song. No, you feel me? Que les inspire
or like
y como.
a TikTok sound.
No, you
yeah,
feel me?
exactly,
Y que les inspire and like y de ahí se hacen los beats. Oh, because I have seen where like people like let's say in high school, ya ves the people that used to use the machine for the paper towel shit and the whole sound of that shit and they'd be like starting beatboxing
or
with,
the pencil.
yeah, no, you feel me with it. I'm like,
that
bro,
was something else.
that to me is a lot that probably like DJs incorporate into it. No, you feel me? Because like it's grabbing one beat and thinking about 1,000 opportunities. Then you feel me? And then just going off another one and then another 1,000 like the tree just starts growing.
Yeah, because también in like EDM, like, you know, you make a remix of of a song también, and it's like, okay, wow, they did it like in their own like style. But it's like really nice in how they do it, because it's still the song itself, but todavía like right now they're incorporating a lot of more like songs like the ante, like Nelly Furtado, like you know, they like blew her ass up with Dom Dollar, bro. That shit was like a killer. Like I was like, okay, they include my girl Nelly, and then sometimes también Skrillex included like Missy Elliott and everything like that too. Yeah,
to like somewhat incorporate into like the modern, no, like to like modernize, because nowadays I see like eso mismo, like people grab songs from anywhere. No, you feel me? And they make a beat out of it. Like,
I wanna do one que tiene la voz like de cumbia when they're playing las sonideras. You know, kind of like in that voice and incorporate it into
the whole like the deep voice.
Yeah,
and
the
shit,
deep
like
voice.
cumbias. No, I feel you on that. I feel you on
like that. what you call it, Los Duarte.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Yeah, like in the quinceañera,
Yeah,
would they be like
cause
that?
I seen like where they use like those voices and then go into a beat off of the voice. You feel me? Like they grab the voice and they like repeat it back, and it starts making a beat. You know, like bro, that shit is dope because that takes a lot of creativeness. Like that takes you being able to see something that's not there. And create it. No, you feel me? Out of like thin air. You feel me? Like, literally, it's just imagination. It's like I find like making music the same way I find like painting art.
Or making like films and stuff like that.
No, you feel me? Like you have to like think of scenarios that are not there. No, you feel me? You pretty much make them yourself and hope and wish that the people feel where you're coming from and it makes them feel the same way that you're feeling.
I get that 100% because sometimes with writing, I write on the side a veces. You know, I always wanted to like have like a little poetry book. Since high school, I don't know what it was. That it was just like, okay, I need to put my emotions into paper.
That's
so
dope.
I've always
That's a healthy way to go.
yeah, so like it's always been like, okay, I used to write a lot about people because I've always enjoyed like meeting different people, different like energies, you know, like a veces unas you gotta be like, okay, I gotta stay away. But al otras you're like, okay, damn, like you brighten my day just to see you, or like, you know, like big prank like having like friend groups y todo así, or when your friends all like vibe together, también eso es chido. So I always used to write like también in like high school about my friends, of how I viewed them, or like how they would make me feel, or like if there was some special moment that we shared, I would be able to kind of create like that feeling into like, okay, this is how I would want somebody else to read it in that perspective. I never really tried to write about myself. Maybe now, like, you know, I'm a little older and like
you reflect back on shit.
Yeah, I reflect back on shit, and I feel like I have a little bit of knowledge to like share with like, you know, whoever's gonna read, you know, my book, or whoever's gonna like, you know, need that at the moment. You know, like words a veces se te quedan en tu mente with like a lot of stuff, and it's like that I try to incorporate like some of like how I do that, like pen and paper, with like my ear.
Yeah.
Now that I like with music, like that'd be like, okay, this is what I would feel if I was in the crowd and I heard this shit. I would be like, whew, mind blown, kind of like that. It's just kind of like I'm trying to incorporate.
It makes like a connection.
A connection with somebody.
Oh,
like
okay.
I may not know you, you may not know me, but
no te pasado like where like you remember things that someone tell you, but you don't remember their name. No, you feel me? But like you just remember exactly what the fuck they tell you, but it just stuck to you.
Or like sometimes
it creates a connection or a memory off of it.
Sometimes like meeting strangers. A veces así se te pega. Like you meet that stranger a veces like out of nowhere, but like for a reason. Se te pasa así where you're like, okay, I'm gonna stake this like in my mind.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, what is it called? I meet people at raves, and like we vibe y todo así, but I never see them again.
Oh, okay.
Like that, I was like, I never had the chance to like exchange
actually
anything,
like know who they
or like
are.
who they are, or like what they do, or nada así. So it's like, it's a stranger.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like that, and it's like really, really nice to just create those connections.
Yeah.
Like I see, yeah, like with people, it's like I don't know, it's like exploring like different, like I told you, like different forms of art. Think of that, because everybody's their own like canvas.
Yeah.
Like that, with their like structure y todo así.
That is dope. I find that shit dope as fuck. Like that, everybody do bring a whole different beat to like, or a different type of perspective. I always see more like that, like, cause like everybody has their own perspective of things, and like there's things that people see in different ways that might just make you be like, what the fuck?
Like what?
Like you really could do it that way. So you start like experiment. It's a learning lesson. Like for me, it's lo que digo que se te pega. So that is dope that you try to create a connection with straight up music, cause that means it's legit an actual like genuine connection. Cause they might not even know who you are. Like they might like see just a cover of an album. I seen a lot of DJs that it's like it's not their faces. Like it's not actually them. No, you feel me? But sometimes like there's gente that wear like a mask and shit when not like. they a lot of people don't know like them, but they know the character and the feeling that they get out of seeing them like that.
Yeah.
That I think is dope. Like it's not an easy task, bro. No, you feel see de por sí hablando con alguien, trying to create a connection, like talking, like language. It can be something like pretty complex. With music, that shit is dope.
Like I don't even gotta say anything. You're gonna. It's more like
But you're
with
gonna
your emotion, but you're gonna
understand
understand it and you're
exactly
gonna like
what I
feel
feel.
it. Because sometimes you know that feeling when you listen to like your fucking favorite song or like a song you haven't like listened to in a long time. And you remember that hype.
Yeah,
like,
you be like,
okay, you're like, okay, this is why this was a banger back in like 2016 or
like when
anything
people
like that.
when people post on their stories, they be like, damn, like Spotify with their playlist right now, they're fire right now.
Like también eso, like when some people be posting some stuff, I be hating their songs if it like actually goes like that, and I be like, okay,
No, you feel me? That
like,
shit is dope. That shit is dope because for that type of DJing, you legit could grab like inspiration from anywhere, like anywhere, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's so dope that like could become a fucking beat. No, you feel me? If they record that and then like play back to back to back to back, and they create a beat out of that, and that is so fucking dope. Cause no other type of DJing is really like that. Que digamos, no, you feel me? For like hip hop, it's you have classics. No, you feel me? That people usually base their like beats off of, cause like they go into like a synchronized type of rhyme because they're rapping. You feel me? Or something like that. Like Hispanics, like bachata and all of that. Like it's a rhythm you have to follow. No, you feel me? It's like a tan 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 tan. No, you feel me? Tan 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 tan. But like EDM becomes one of the things that is literally like tan 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 tan. No, you feel me? Slow and then slow and many, and out of nowhere it just picks up again. No, you feel me? And it's that shit is so dope because it's so complex, and to mix that shit, damn, bro, like it has to be like hours of just sitting there. Like
honestly, is Alfredo and I accidentally we were kind of stressing like for like a little bit for our party. We're like, damn, we can't play for like 4 hours. That's so much. This that. Accidentally one afternoon we played for 6 hours straight.
Yeah,
without realizing that we had gone like that long. We hadn't gotten up. Like we were like teníamos nuestras agüitas just chilling. Like we play in like my backyard, and you have like these trees, just like nature all around. So you feel the wind, then you see the sunset and everything like that too. So it's like a nice vibe of like openness. Que está like tan bonito, but sometimes we forget and we just like play like for however long. Yeah, veces we go like from here to here to here, but it's also like fun just like kind of like seeing where everything's gonna go. Because también like bringing in like oldies, like sometimes I find like I found like this track with like Biggie in it, kind of like that. Alfredo found a track with like Smooth Operator.
Oh yeah, that shit be going hard,
and
bro.
And then I found like a song también que like pinche cumbión bien loco, like that, like with like cumbia and everything like that too.
Hey, shout out to homie.
Yeah, right. So it just be going like crazy where like we don't even know where we're going. Pero a la misma vez,
yeah, just feeling it.
And you're just feeling it. You're like, okay, if I was dancing, I would be like, okay. A veces se siente like lindo just trying to figure out where it's gonna go or how we're gonna end. Sometimes we do try to explore a little alter ego, It's like techno. So we be trying to explore like también where it's like some side trance or like what you call it, también including that with techno or like some Sarah Landry, which she's coming to Charlotte soon. Shout out to Sarah Landry.
I think you've been posting it.
I would say like I love that woman.
That is dope.
I love that woman. There's like look out for her. Sarah Landry, if you ever see this.
Hop
on, girl. I got
slacking.
you. No. Pero it's just like kind of like exploring lo que sea. Encontré también tiene.
And we back like we never left. But okay, so what I find it is dope that you pretty much like create connection with like, let's say ahorita with this artist. Now you feel me? Like you personally, excuse me, don't know them, but you already feel like a perspective that like they're coming from. You feel me? Like I find that so dope. Like it's cool to make that connection because you make a connection with someone like can be across the world. No, you feel me? And if you ever go leave to another state, no, you feel me, to different places, cause y'all travel a lot for this raves.
Yeah.
You already like feel comfortable or at home with a lot of places. I'm not saying that like there's probably places you pull up to and it's like damn. No, you feel me? You feel like a whole different type of vibe. But like I know there's places y'all pull up and you're like, damn, like I know y'all homies for like about 15 years without knowing y'all like they existed over here. No, you feel me?
So we have like travel. We went to New York last year for this guy named Eric Priz.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, that was so like New York in general gave me a lot of like, you know, Mexico City vibes in the way that they go in the metro and well, you know, the subway.
Yeah.
And that they have like the little bodegas on the side and you walk and you take the bike or you like drive, you know. Like the drive is not so bad, you know. In Mexico is something else. Like le vale verga a todos, you know.
I heard.
In New York, you know, you have laws. So you gotta
Oh
follow
yeah,
them.
I heard that in New York, de plano no te puedes pasar like la línea blanca because like you get like pictures and like
Sí, no
and
mames,
tickets
they be
and
like,
shit when that
te tienen.
they be like, "She, you thought."
You thought, yeah.
Like, quit playing with us.
When we went, like, Alan, shout out to him for driving, like,
Yeah.
you know, there. But, like, the EDM, like, atmosphere was, like, so dope. I'm gonna go back again in November to, like, this freaking, like, time warp thingy. And, like, I'm so excited because it's, like, techno and, like, house music. And, you know, they're, like, my besties.
Yeah.
So, I'm, like, excited. Pero también, like, in Washington, D.C. is, like, a whole different, like, vibe of, like, we went to this venue where you couldn't pull out your phone to record. Like, they had security people, like, if you pulled out your phone, they decían, can you put it down? Si no, you know,
Get out.
get out.
Pretty much.
But it was such a good vibe, and it was a different style of house music. It was, like, this guy named Moon Boots. And think about, like, some, like, disco, but, like, very, like, soft, like house
mellow.
music. Like, everybody had their own style, like, you know, they're vibing on their own. It was, like, a little packed. Yeah, it was just in, like, certain crowds. Like,
Yeah.
it just be, like, annoying depending on who's around.
Yeah.
Depending. Pero it was still
Yeah,
such,
'cause
like, a
some
vibe
people
of the
can be
music.
goddamn
Because then we
nuisances.
saw that guy again in here in Charlotte. The crowd was smaller compared to that venue where he, like, I think sold it out. Over there, everybody had such a good time. You were able to have enough room to, like, spin your body around. And that's something, like, I truly, excuse me, I'm burping. Pero, que, like, I love a veces dancing. Like, even with random people. Like, you're enjoying this. We're both enjoying este momento with, like, the music and, like, the energy and whoever is around. So even if it's a small crowd, they can have, like, the time of their life. I've gone to a rave que hay like, a chingo de gente. Like, you know, it's packed. Everybody's, like, vibing it. You know, you're sweating because, like, you know, people are right next to you. To where, like, there's barely any people. But it's the energy que whoever's around you is about to create. Whoever, like, is vibing. Like, we're here for, like, this. Like, this weekend I went to one of this, like, artists I heard, like, so much about. Y está, like, bien chingón en el way. Like, he's well known. And, like, the crowd here in Charlotte was small. But it was so good to where
Yeah.
everybody was like, yo, I'm going to
Lit
remember
as fuck,
this
man,
night.
feel me?
I'm going to be lit, to where they had, like, little groups of them, like, dancing, going down. Like, you know, the little circles, you know,
Yeah.
like some step-up stuff.
Yeah, like motherfuckers that get down with that shit.
Mhm. There's, like, different kind of, aquí también, like, in Charlotte, it's grown a lot to house music. Like, there's, you know, a place called, like, House Vibrations.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Cindy and Johnny, you know.
Yeah, for real.
Like, they've created, like, such a beautiful, like, environment. We started off in warehouses, ¿verdad? Y Adan me llevaba. And I was like, I don't know what to expect, you know.
Yeah, you feel me?
And
Yeah,
it
I went
was-
to like one or two of
One
their
or two,
events.
yeah, and
It
they
was
were
dope.
just so nice. And, like,
Yeah.
now, too, seeing them, like, grow and, like,
Yeah, because now they're like
Yeah.
putting like big DJs.
big
you know,
shows,
you feel me?
black
Like,
box, or, like, even
Yeah.
creating still, like, small warehouse shows to where it's still, like, hey, this is still us.
Yeah.
And then, like, going bigger is, like, so nice. Y también hay otros, like, different, like, kind of styles, like some Afro Latin or some, like, kind of more like tribe vibes. It's like, you know, some after, and then you have like girls room and like también for like LGBT people, you know, kind of like that. Like, hey, welcome. You guys have also like a safe space, because if you didn't know, it's the house music is based like was created from like what you call it, like black people and also like gay people. Like así empezaron con like
to express,
to express. Yeah, it started off in the warehouses where like you got like, you know, they were trying to take you out. They were like, you can't do this, you know, we gotta go underground, secret locations kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it was like also también a crazy ass vibe back then.
Yeah.
Imagine just going to the club.
Yeah.
And this was the way it was like
That's
pitch
crazy
black.
because, like, you feel me? Like, you literally hiding sound, and hiding sound is probably one of the hardest things to do. You feel me? It's
Yeah, like you gotta sneak people in, making sure it don't look like suspicious. Yeah, a veces también está chingón that when they have like raves and like tunnels like deep down.
Oh yeah,
And you gotta
it
make
has
you gotta
so
make
many,
it a
like,
mission.
rooms,
Yeah, you
like,
gotta make it a
back there.
mission to like go there. Y
To
todo
get
así,
there, no, you
to
feel
get
me?
there, todo.
That
You gotta
is
figure
dope.
out. It's like pull out a map.
No,
Where we
you feel me?
going? Where we going, bro?
That shit is dope. Okay, and to like this whole making music or finding beats and like or mixing beats, how do you call it? First of all, like
Mixing.
mixing or like making music.
Mixing right now, porque once I learn, you know, like my
Like the-
software
yeah, like
and
how
how
to
to
work
start
it.
like sampling it like correctly.
Oh, I feel you,
it's
bro.
over. But
I feel you, cause like
you know,
editing for like podcasts, bro,
podcast,
like
yeah.
it's so billions and billions of like
Billions.
options that you could use and learn, and you know, you feel me. So it takes time. So I feel you on that, bro. Like, okay, so in that whole part, what do you struggle with more, or like what is a part that you find it that you're like, damn, aquí sí batallo mucho.
So mine, one, I feel like I'm my biggest critic.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. Like he doesn't like Alfredo doesn't have to tell me anything, or like sometimes when I practice Adam doesn't have to tell me anything. But sometimes I'd be like, oh, that could have been like better. But it could sound really good to them. But to me it's like
But I kind of
could've
find
done
that
this.
good though, or okay. It's just that cuando te pasas, then yeah, obviously don't create your own anxiety. No, you feel me? But I feel like if you are your own critic, you're never satisfied. So you
Yes.
always looking for more, and that brings greatness, bro.
That
like,
brings
no, you feel me?
challenges.
That
That's
that
what it is.
that brings the whole different from like the beat that like people be like, hey, no, you feel me? And then that crowds be like going off. No, you
like
feel
you gotta
me?
make that face. Like,
No, you feel me?
whoa,
Like
you know, you gotta pause.
that's where I feel is the whole difference. Like people that like get comfortable where they're like, oh yeah, I like this, and like, and this aquí me voy a quedar and shit when I'm like, I don't. Do you? No, you feel me? Like, pero there's a world to learn. No, you feel
Yeah,
me? Like even for your own style, you could go learn from different styles and bring parts from that shit into your own style and create something different.
Low
you
key,
know?
that's why I feel like in a way I wanna just teach my friends to mix just for fun, because it's like okay, they have a different ear than I do. So then they
like,
would bring something
everybody
I
brings
don't
something
know.
different
Yeah,
to the
something that'd be
table.
like, okay, like you did, like
That's
I
a
would have
dope-
never
that's a
thought
dope
about
way-
that.
That's a dope way to
Like-
think. I actually never
like,
thought about that.
Yeah,
either.
like with like Adan, it was just like just showing him like, okay, this is how it works. Yeah, ahora le encanta like going into just mixing or finding his own sound or feeling like, okay,
Yeah.
this is
Like feeling the
us
beat,
and
getting
everything
the
like
rhythm.
that too. And I always think it's like really dope as like having like a really like partner. I mean, like with Alfredo, like together we have like, you know, he has his own certain like genres y yo también, to where it's like a really really nice like blend of what he brings or what anybody like really brings. Like it's like, okay, we can do this together, but it's also making sure we find the same like sound,
yeah.
because you can't be playing like disco y luego andas tocando
Yeah,
aquí esta cosa, like
They're
you're
like them
okay,
sucky-ass DJs
yeah,
that-
like I'm taking them like
No, you
in a
feel
way
me? You're
like,
bachateando and other,
and all of a sudden like
toco la mesa. No, I'm like, yo,
what?
Relax.
Like, you know,
You know,
like, you know, kind of like that. I ain't trying to have like them bad transitions. Like
you
you could
feel-
have bangers, but it's kind of also like how you transition.
Yeah, go
bangers.
like how you make
How you
people
go
like
from-
blend
yeah,
into
blend
like-
in.
Yo, you know one song that I always knew was gonna go off? The Bad Bunny song, the one that like incorporated merengue. I forgot the name of it. No, you feel me? But it incorporated, like, at first it was like reggaeton, and then it incorporates merengue out. Like, bro, so many
Was it La
DJs.
Playa?
I think.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like,
think.
I'm gonna have this
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
right
I'm pretty
there.
sure it's that
Yeah.
way. So, I thought it was dope because, like, bro, I'm like, people are gonna go off with this song because they're gonna incorporate, like, canciones de reggaeton, use that song, and then, like, mix it into, like, merengue. And then, you feel me? Like, and that is, like, a smooth transition. Like,
Ooh,
like
yeah,
how
that. I
smooth
could
operator. No, you feel me? I like that song too, brother. I be going off, bro, on the gym and that
There
shit.
be some like merengue too that I'm trying to like include because it's so like.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's already like beats there.
They use that too. I think like the Otto used that into his like song or like transitions, or he used Suavemente. He has a song with like Elvis.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, they did go off.
I have
on
a
that song.
friend. He used to like who I met like connection wise. I've met like different people like in different states. I have a friend in Texas. I still have a friend in New York. I have a friend in Florida, and I have a random friend. He used to like live in Atlanta, right? And he was I forgot. I think del otro lado, and he used to love Suavemente. Like that was his like banger, and they made it into también some EDM, so like it was like perfect también for him.
Yeah.
So it's just like been really cool también como like they incorporated like hit like Latino songs in here, like the old reggaeton and everything like that.
That is dope as hell. Okay, go ahead. My bad. This is
We
because I
can
love
backtrack,
conversation.
yeah.
It's because
Backtrack.
it happens. That's when
Yeah.
something is good, bro. Interesting. So, okay, where do you find that struggle where you struggle most in making the music?
I think sometimes I overthink my transitions.
Yeah. So besides being your biggest critic.
Besides being my biggest critic, sometimes like the transitions or like a veces our choice of like song is not it. Like that too. Like we could have like a whole different or like, okay, this would sound good in our head, but a veces
When you put it on paper.
when you put it on paper, it's like, yeah, like when you trying to do your outfit for like the next day y todo así.
I feel you.
And
you're the night before you're like, oh, this shit's gonna look fire.
And then the next
And
day
you
you're
put it
like,
on the day. Oh, let me change my shirt.
Yeah, like that. See,
I feel you.
so sometimes it's like the transition or the choice of song that we're like, okay, like, no, that's a nah.
So finding that song that like both of y'all agree on
Or, like-
or feel I feel like with this music, like y'all have to like feel. Like it's not so much of agreeing and sitting there and logically be like, oh no, this beat would like, yeah, there's always like the complexity of it, but I feel it's more something that you're like actually feeling the
like,
beat.
okay,
man,
like,
and it's kind of dope because like, okay, let's say jaripeos, bro. Jaripeos is the same exact things because una banda might have different type of genres of music. No, you feel me? They might have one that's like zapateado, and then one goes into corridos, and you see the whole shift of like
Of
of
how it
mood. No, you
goes,
feel me?
yeah.
Like, and it's the same thing with EDM. Like you see that whole shiftment of like movement of feelings, pretty much that like emotions that like get thrown around with like music.
yeah, porque a veces it's like your body. That's how you know the transition, and that's how you know what's going on, and depending on like the hype. Porque yo a veces bailando, I could be like this, and then when they pull out something, I don't know, también too, like when you're probably like dancing, you're like, okay, my foot movement is like this, and you know, I'm going like on this side. Luego cambia, and you're like, okay, I gotta go this way. Okay, I don't mind going this way. Yeah,
Yeah.
a veces you're like, I don't know why that
Yeah.
did that happen. You know, sometimes you stand there and you're like, okay, this was a banger. Yeah, but since you're like, we're gonna go with the flow and
Yeah.
just like, you know, enjoy our time, but
Yeah.
like work on that.
Yeah,
You know, kinda like
gets you,
things like that, yeah.
Discombobulated, you're like, for sure.
And in a way, I don't want to sound like that. You know, I don't want to be like, I'm raising your eyebrows. I kind
Yeah.
of want to more raise your heartbeat,
Yeah,
kind
no, you
of
feel
thing. You know, instead of being like question mark emoji, like that lady, the Vine lady with the mask.
Yeah,
Like, what just happened?
No, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, and that's exactly what I mean. Like, instead of people thinking of like, what the fuck is this? Like they're more feeling like, oh hell yeah. No, you feel
That's
this
why,
shit,
in a
so.
way, I want to include like a lot of more Latino genres because, like, I don't know, I could draw like somebody that's never gone into house music into
Yeah,
like,
into, like,
okay,
yo,
like,
this song is the
like this
shit.
song is like a banger. Like,
Hey,
we're gonna go
yeah.
into a whole like spiral on like Spotify or something like that, based
Yeah.
on this. Cause también when I find like artists, I'd be going on a whole spiral. Okay, like I really like your sound, so I just want to hear it. Okay, like what else you got, like, kind of like that. So I would want, like, later on in the future for somebody to ever like hit my Spotify or my SoundCloud, anything like that, and be like, okay, I want to go down this spiral for
Yeah.
this person. Or también con like, any type of like music, because music hits your soul differently no matter like the genre that you're
Yeah.
going through.
Yeah.
Right?
Facts.
Like limpiando or like getting ready to fucking go to
Or
the
going
club.
through a breakup
going through
or,
a
like, shit,
breakup
like,
or
you feel
anything
me?
like that.
Like,
Like music
you have
sometimes
that
heals your
song for,
soul
like, yeah.
when you don't like it's just so beautiful. Like
Yeah,
somebody's like, okay, this you could, and sometimes it's like random too, because you could be listening to freaking like Madonna, and then you could listen to Biggie, and then you could be listening to some like Tigres del Norte, and then you could go into Bad Bunny, and then you could go into like different like genres of like merengue, or también like some cumbia sonideras. I found this really nice playlist on Spotify, and
Yeah.
I've been going crazy on like on it también, que es nada más cumbias, or like cumbias que suenan como bien viejitas.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you're like, wow, like they really made this. Like this is somebody's like heart into everybody's ears.
Yeah, that
Like
shit is
that.
dope. Yeah, there's a whole different type of connection. Okay, so do you think that your life experiences or what you have gone through, like in your life, influence like your type of music choice or your music in general?
I think it's a lot of different people have influenced like life experiences también, but like a lot of different people. Like I find like sometimes like when you drive with your friend in the car and they pick you up and they're playing something already and you're like, okay, like one, what is this? Or two, sometimes you're like, okay, you got a banger, you like it touches your soul a veces when y'all kind of have the same music taste.
Yeah.
Like that too. But it's been like a lot of different people I've met, a lot of random things I found on Spotify, random things I found on YouTube growing up. Like, it's been a lot of, it's like a mix. Like, un caldo de res, because it has everything that
Yeah,
it
a little bit
needs
of
to,
poquito
like that,
to
to like
taste good.
to taste good. So it's been like, I'm always open to when somebody sends me a song. Like, if I find a banger, I'm gonna send it to you. Or if you find a banger, it's gonna melt my heart
Yeah.
that you send it to me, because I'm like, dang, like,
You feel
okay,
me?
we're both having a whole eargasm.
Yeah.
Donde sea, kind of like that.
Yeah.
And every genre has its own thing where you're like, I feel it, but everybody feels it in its
In
own
a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is dope. That is dope as hell.
Because también my parents with Los Ángeles Azules, or Ricardo Arjona, or Jose Jose, or I don't know what the name of the guy who says Medicina de Amor.
I know the song, but yeah. I
right,
don't
yeah,
know the-
like
I don't
that.
know the
It's
name.
Raúl something. Pero it's like that. I've taken those, and it has even like been like, okay, like this shit's like a hit. Like La Sonora Dinamita, I saw them when I was in middle school. My first concert ever, bro. Mi tía, they were having like the elections in Mexico back then, right? And sometimes a veces, they bring the banda to, be like, vote for me.
Yeah.
Y mi tía, no mames, nos llevó con alguien que we weren't even part of their party, bro. And, what is it called? We ended up like somewhere in Mexico. And, because I was like little and I had no like direction. And my tía took us to see La Sonora Dinamita. She gave them like a whole little piece of paper to give us a shout out, bro. And that was my first concert ever. And I was like, yo, that was such a beautiful experience, porque también nos chingamos un churro and everything
Yeah.
like that too, like down the street.
Yeah.
But it was like so like really nice. Y cuando nos íbamos a la casa, them like dump trucks.
Yeah.
We rode in one to get back home,
Oh, that's
bro.
dope.
That shit was like so nice. Like we were like full of like
The
like
tierra y
material,
todo
the tierra and
eso.
everything like that too. But that like even like that like some like growing up, he listened to my parents, listened to my brother, listened to Evie Queen, my
Yeah.
sister going off into like her Drake era, kind of like that has mixed everything, like my friends and like, the oldies that I found or even gems that I found that you're like, whoa. también like some Amy Winehouse, like adding that into there, like even like también in inglés.
Like finding the
like
way
finding,
to mix
like
all
beautiful
of
like things like like John Lennon. I want to add that into it. Low key, my mom be like, "You look like John Lennon" because of my round fucking
Yeah.
glasses. I was like, "I'm gonna do that shit for Halloween." I was
That
like,
is
"Okay."
dope.
I was like, "We're gonna be John Lennon," but it's like a lot of just like musical influences because everybody, like, there's just a lot, and it's crazy. También a veces my mind blows me like, yo, I'm about to listen to like all this music my whole life, but I'm not gonna be able to listen to every single thing that's always out there. So I'd be
I
like,
feel you.
damn, like,
'Cause it's a lot.
because it's a lot, and it's a lot you wouldn't think that would, like, you know, be out there, but there is. Like, everybody tiene su sonido tan lindo in where, like, okay, I'm able to express this, and this is art.
Yeah, because you're
That-
expressing like a feeling.
That's art, pero like for your ears, you know, like actual museums are art for your eyes. You know, like that, kind of like that.
Yeah, I see
And
what you mean.
poetry is like art for the soul. Like adentro, pues lo
Hell
puedo
yeah.
tocar, kind of like that. It's just,
Hey, that's dope as hell, bro. That's dope as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, we're gonna start closing up this goddamn podcast. Shit, you got something you wanna tell the people out there, a motivational quote or anything you wanna shout yourself out on IG? You feel it? Let them know. Let them know where to see your music, where to hear you out. Cause, bro, I think y'all do an amazing job, bro. Like, cause
Thank you.
I'm not like super into that music, like where I could tell the difference between the musics. But I do like the way I was mixing the time we went to your event, bro. Like that shit is dope. Like I ain't seen no like no place where I was like, oh, no, you feel me? Like,
No, thank you. A veces,
but-
maybe you didn't hear
Yeah,
it, but we
feel me.
were like, whew, that could have gone better. Pero,
But that's
you
dope.
know,
Like
yeah.
I keep working on it.
No, it's like, it's a work in progress, but once it gets like, I got the flow. I got the flow, you know? It's like, it's over.
Yeah,
I would tell you that. It's over. Like, it's expected, manifesting it, you know? It's like my own sound. You look at, like our art we want to bring to the world. Like, him and I have, like, the same goal. Y también, like, in going that, it's not only just, like, fame or, like, oh, I need you to hear this. It's also,
Yeah.
like, making connections with people, but also giving back.
Yeah.
That's something I've always been, like strongly for. Is, like, if I ever, like... Not if I ever. We gotta manifest it.
Yeah,
when I
facts.
do make it big, you know, quiero que toda la gente that's been with me to grow.
Yeah.
To like, okay, you're gonna be my team management. I need you to like handle my merch. I need you to
Yeah.
do like, you know, this. It better not be no Selena Yolanda thing because I don't play with that shit. But now I'm just playing. I'm just
Facts.
playing. Pero like I
Nah,
wanna.
don't be playing, brother. It's
yeah.
for real. Better not be no some shit like that.
Pero I want like my team to eat forever.
Knock on
Like
wood.
knock on your head. Pero I want my team to like eat like that. Like
Yeah.
we're, you know, we're all fucking growing. We're all going into it. Like quiero que everybody has like a wealthy thing. Or
Yeah.
sometimes take it back to like the people have always been like good to my soul to be like, yo, I'm gonna pay for your kids' college tuition.
Hell
You know,
yeah.
like you got this. Like I want it to be better para tu familia y todo así. But something. Oh, sorry. Started un poquito ronca. But something I want to give out to people is always be yourself. Love yourself, bro. Because at the end of the day, tú tienes a tú. A ti. Ooh,
I was like,
okay,
ooh,
okay,
you got
okay.
the lessons,
A ti.
girl.
No, sabe qué. Nah, I'm just playing. Pero tú te tienes a ti. You get me? Like, you're your own energy. You're what you bring out to your world. Like I said, like you're your own canvas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like always... It
Find
takes
a
some
way
time.
to
Find your ways to
express.
express yourself to no matter what it is. No matter what it is. Tú también with your podcast. Like, kudos to you, bro. Like, fuck yeah. Like, quiero que your fucking
Like
dreams
that,
with this to
pops up.
become
Hey,
big. Like,
appreciate
next
it.
manifesting shit. Nos vamos on fucking radio.
Mm,
and
you
we're gonna be
feel
like,
me?
okay, you know,
Yeah, that
we're
should be
going into
dope.
this together.
That should be dope.
So it's always like, strive for your fucking dreams because nothing is impossible. The only person stopping you
It's
is you.
Yeah, at the
Like,
end
you
of the
know,
night.
it's always, you know, about energy, about like vibes, get, you know, you're growing on your own. Yeah, but since there's always gonna be people that are like, I'm gonna talk shit. There's always gonna be people that be like, nah,
they
fuck
always
this.
them
There's
haters.
always gonna be somebody that's not rooting for you.
Yeah.
But there's always gonna be a lot more people that are like, fuck yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Like, be yourself. because being yourself around the right people is gonna feel so nice compared to being like in the wrong crowd and being like, oh, I'm trying to be this person.
Hell yeah, people create that connection, man.
Create
it's
connection.
all about making that connection.
Create connections that are make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, like
to make you
that.
feel at home, to where like, okay, yo quiero ver a este güey like every single fucking day next week or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
to where you don't get tired of that.
Yeah.
Or if you're like, hey, I've ever, like, you know, like algo pasa, and you're like, bro, call me. I'm there.
No, you feel me?
Like, yeah, like that.
Yeah, that's
it's
dope. That's dope because
Cool.
like that's what you're gonna at the end of the day. That's what you're gonna remember to the end of your time. You feel me? Because like they say, before you die, your life flashes before your eyes, and like you start remembering every connection that you made with people. You feel me? I find that dope. You wanna plug in your IG though?
So my name is Alex the Hood Rat, but it's ALX. If y'all want to hit me up, Alfredo and I are trying to make the Instagram. At
You
first
already
we
know.
were double A. Now we're Los Duartes because we
Los
both share
Duarte.
the same last name.
That's dope.
Yeah, Duarte. So
Hey,
we're like,
that's
okay, we're
dope.
about to be like that.
So y'all about to open up a new Instagram together?
Yeah, we're gonna try at least to,
Hell
you know,
yeah.
like even our like little mixes or a veces like little photos that we do together.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, at least
Hell
to be
yeah,
like,
do
what y'all
that
think
shit.
about that transition or something.
Yeah.
Sometimes we think about doing a whole like little live para ver, just like, you know, just
Like,
for fun
see
of
who-
it.
see
Yeah,
who likes
who's like
it,
that?
who, like,
Yeah.
opinion. I
Like
see
just for
that.
fun a veces. Because sometimes you gotta share with the world when you're like, whoo, that was
Hell yeah,
that
like,
was something.
like J. Cole said, he like allowed the world to be inspired by you. Like, you feel me? And that's dope because, like, I mean, you create more beautiful things that other people are gonna stack upon that. Like, you feel me?
Yes,
Pero
agree.
bueno, with that, y'all can follow me on my personal IG at NandoJDM94. Pero como siempre, like every episode, what I do want y'all to follow is Nando's Tequila, Nando_TEA Kila. And yeah, mi gente, I don't know what else to tell you, but catch y'all on the downside. Peace out. Be safe. Yeah.